ecumenical worldview, change and growth. We have undertaken a number of longitudinal studies. First, take into account the students' characteristics as their initial scores on our spirituality measures is to identify factors spiritual qualities during the college years. We have identified a number of college experiences that play an important role in student spiritual development. Let's begin first with the faculty. Can faculty influence the development of spirituality and related qualities? The preliminary answer would seem to be a clear-cut yes. Basically, what we find is that students are much more likely to show positive growth in their spirituality when their faculty actively encourages them either to explore questions of meaning and purpose or engage them in discussions of religious and spiritual matters. And not surprisingly, this kind of encouragement is most likely to occur when faculty members personally believe that it is important for undergraduate education to enhance student spiritual development and to facilitate student search for meaning and purpose. The faculty-specific pedagogical practices also play a very significant role in student spiritual development. Practices that appear to enhance student spiritual growth include reflective writing and journaling, the use of collaborative group projects, and the use of contemplation and meditation in the classroom.
Perhaps the best way to illustrate how we're able to assess the effects of environmental experiences on student spiritual development at the time that Lynn has just started discussing here is through the use of a few simple charts. Let's take as an example the positive effect of faculty encouragement on the student's ecumenical worldview. In the first chart, we show the positive change in ecumenical worldview between the freshman and junior years. Notice, anyway, this is the one I'm going to be talking about here. Note that the number of entering freshmen with high scores on ecumenical worldview is only about 13% in 2004, but that it increases to 18% by 2007 at the end of their junior year. But what does this look like if we break out this group of students here according to how much their faculty has encouraged them to explore questions of meaning and purpose? In the next chart, we show only those students who received no encouragement. Note that there's no growth among these students in their ecumenical worldview. In fact, there's actually a slight decline. Now let's compare this no encouragement group with the remaining students divided into two more groups. Those who received occasional encouragement and those who received frequent encouragement. And here are the three groups. The bottom flat line is the same data for the no encouragement group that we showed in the previous chart. By contrast, we see a steep increase among those who received occasional encouragement, and an even steeper increase among those receiving frequent encouragement. Of particular interest here is the fact that the occasional encouragement and no encouragement groups started with almost identical levels of freshman scores. But then they show a substantial divergence during the first 3 years of college. We could produce similar charts to illustrate the effects of different college experiences on any of our other spirituality measures. In addition to these faculty influences, we also find that student fields of study have differential effects on student spirituality, and you'll get a kick out of this one. Um, Students are much more likely to show positive growth in spirituality, equanimity, and ethic of caring and ecumenical worldview if they major in either education, fine arts, the health professions, or the biological or social sciences. By contrast, we find negative growth in these same qualities when the student majors in either engineering, math and statistics, physical science, or other technical fields. Several other curricular and co-curricular experiences are also found to play a critical role in how these spiritual qualities develop. Some of the strongest positive effects occur when students engage in service learning, take interdisciplinary courses, or participate in study abroad programs. And when it comes to co-curricular experiences, leadership training has an especially positive effect. We also find positive effects associated with participation in intercollegiate athletics, that was a surprise, and being an active member of student organizations, not so surprising. When it comes to the development of an ethic of caring and an ecumenical worldview, it appears to matter where students live and what their peer interactions are like. Living in a campus residence hall has a positive effect on their ethic of caring, while students' ecumenical worldview is positively affected when they interact frequently with people of different races. These two findings speak to the overall value of the college experience as a time when students are provided with an opportunity to encounter new ideas, interact with different kinds of new people, and be exposed to new and different cultures. It's also important to note that certain other college activities and experiences have negative effects on spirituality and related qualities. Here's our friend watching television. Another one, spending a lot of time playing video games. And finally, frequent drinking and partying. And all of these are all activities that detract from growth in qualities such as ethic of caring, ecumenical worldview, and equanimity. And I might say that the male college undergraduates are a particular disadvantage here because of the gender difference in playing video games, which is the largest gender difference we've ever seen in our 45 years of students. That's very much a male thing. So their spiritual development is particularly impeded by that gender difference. The fact that college experiences can facilitate growth in student qualities like equanimity, ecumenical worldview, and ethic of caring makes us optimistic about the potential of our colleges and universities to produce graduates who are going to become more effective and more humane parents and partners, citizens of the larger community, and participants in the workforce. Given the growing political, racial, religious, and ethnic tensions that we're witnessing today, these personal qualities are critical for creating a more effective global citizenry. At the same time, our data also suggests that there's much more that institutions can be doing to facilitate students in their spiritual quest. Despite their increasing interest in spiritual matters during college, most students, and this is 3 out of 5, report their professors never encourage discussions of religious and spiritual matters, and only 20%, 1 out of 5, report that their professors frequently encourage exploration of questions of meaning and purpose. 28% never encourage it. These findings show that while today's students are showing significant spiritual growth, the full potential of colleges and universities to facilitate that growth is still to be realized.
So far, we have been looking at the effect of various college experiences on student spiritual development. We would like to close by looking very briefly at our data from a different perspective, namely, how does spiritual development during the college years affect